Call to order the Village of Hazel Crest regular board meeting at 7:12. Pledge allegiance, Trustee Rogers.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Trustee Grant.
Here.
Trustee Moore.
Here.
Trustee Ramsey.
Here.
Trustee Reeves. Here. Trustee Rogers.
Here.
Trustee Slayton.
Here.
President Osbury.
Here, we have a quorum. Prayer.
Shall we all stand? Wonderful. Father, we thank you for another day. We thank you for allowing us to see another day. We ask that you look on us as you have so many times before. Bless us, protect us, Lord. Give us a mindset to work together and to continue to move this village forward and be Hazel Crest proud. Lord, we thank you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Any consideration for possible remote participation?
No.
Any correspondence?
None.
Mayor's report, I have none today. Manager's report.
Swearing.
Oh, I forgot. I thought we were going to go to police first. Okay, I'm sorry. Mayor's report, we have a swearing in a new officer, Chief Mitchell Davis.
Good evening, Mayor, trustees, department head, citizens. Tonight we are going to have a new officer sworn in. I'm going to call forward Mr. Darius Powell. Darius is a certified officer, and he's coming to us as an experienced police officer from the Valparaiso University Police Department. He is actually a homegrown Hazel Crest young man.
All right. All right.
And he is actually kind of the stimulus behind the ordinance adjustment that we made. He grew up here, went to Hillcrest High School, went away to school, he went away to college in Indianapolis, and got into law enforcement in Indiana and got his certification there. So with the change that you all made with the ordinance allows us to bring him in as a lateral hire, and he's here with his wife and his family, and we're just excited about having Darius with us, and excited about him hitting the streets running.
Oh, slide up a little bit. Come on the front.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Yes, thank you.
You should be facing the camera.
I state your name,
Darius Powell,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States,
of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and abide by all ethics
and abide by all ethics
requirements for the Village of Hazel Crest,
requirements for the Village of Hazel Crest,
Cook County, and the State of Illinois,
Cook County, and the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of police officer,
and I will faithfully discharge the duties of police officer,
the Village of Hazel Crest,
the Village of Hazel Crest,
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
And his wife is going to pin his badge on him. So we got somebody, picture cameras ready? Mom, you ready over there? All right, Mom. All right.
Let's get a picture with the camera here. Where your
Family,
family
come on
at?
up here.
In the middle, please.
Hi, Mom, come on up here. There you go.
That's all right. That's your first question. Good job.
Is everybody while we're assembling?
There's some people right behind you.
No, that's
My wife, my wife, Sissy Powell, my mother, Michelle Minor, my auntie, Angela Anders, my father, Philip Powell, and my godmother, Dana Edges.
Beautiful. Is there any way that the two of you can come on this side so we can have the... Yes, in the middle. Thank you, Mom.
Thanks for letting use your son here. We appreciate it.
This way. Shifts this way. Yep, let's stand close. All right. Don't be afraid to get close. 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Chief.
Wait.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. One more. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations.
Chief, have him come around. Welcome aboard.
Congratulations.
Thanks for coming home. I appreciate you.
God bless you again.
Congratulations, welcome.
That's a nice one. That's a nice one. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a real good one.
Congratulations and welcome to Hazel Crest.
It's always great to welcome residents back home.
Oh, yes.
Welcome. We had some good ones. We had a guy come back and brought us a Burger King.
Yes.
Now we have somebody come back and help watch that Burger King. Thank you so much. Okay. Managers report.
I have no report, but I will report under public works.
Okay. No legal. Police?
Thank you, Mayor. A couple quick things. First of all, I just want to let everybody know we have 4 interns that are working with us this summer, 4 Hazel Crest interns. 3 of them are criminal justice majors. One of them is an engineering major, and they're off to a great start. They're helping us out with a lot of day-to-day things around the police department, but the objective that I had was to also give them experience so that they could utilize it in their majors when they got back to school. So they actually went to Markham Courthouse last week, and a friend of mine who's a judge there actually brought them back into his chambers and sat down with them, and he actually let them sit in on a homicide trial for quite some time. So they've done that already. I got it lined up for them to go to the State Police Crime Lab on a tour. They're going to be going to State Field Penitentiary for a tour. They're going to be also going to the medical examiner's office for a tour, and then to the U.S. Marshal's office. So they've got a lot of things in store for them. They're going to be involved in all the festivals and activities that we're having this summer. They're going to be active in the community, helping us out with our community policing efforts. So we're truly trying to give them a wide range of experience. They're going to do ride-alongs, all that stuff. So they're a great group of young people, and we're excited about having them. Second thing is we're waiting to finalize the location where we're going to have an active shooter training for our churches. It's sad that we have to have something like that, but you know what? It's the reality of the world that we live in now, and we're going to be having an active shooter training. We're just waiting to finalize the location to nail down a date. Our 5K run against violence, walk, run, bike against violence that's going to take place on that Saturday morning of the Hazelnut Festival. The registration will be set up by the website people by tomorrow evening. So people will be able to register online for the 5K walk, run, bike. The next city council meeting, we're going to be handing out some awards throughout the police department. We kind of fell behind on our officer of the month because we've had a lot of stuff going, but we got a lot of extra people that have done some great things. So we're going to do an awards night the next city council meeting. One important thing, National Night Out, which is August 1st. Everybody knows that that's National Night Out Against Crime. The format that we're going to be using here in the village of Hazel Crest and that they use in some other towns is at about 5 o'clock, we're going to have different areas of town having their own little community gatherings. We'll have the people in the neighborhood come out with their lawn chairs, maybe put something on the grill, socialize, and get to talk to one another. And at 7 o'clock, we'll have everybody convene at the firehouse on 175th Street. And we'll have the same type of setup generally that we had on last year. And it's going to be a great time. So once again, that information will be coming out on the website, on our Facebook page, on our Twitter account also. We're asking that residents, if you are having challenges with peddlers, whether it be people coming to your house, if somebody's coming to your house trying to solicit, they need to have gone through the village. So if they don't have the proper identification, they're supposed to be wearing something issued by the village. If they don't have it and it's not obvious what it is, call the police department so we can verify that they've gone through the proper vetting process. Also, if you are in the strip malls or anywhere else in town and you see people selling stuff out of their trunks, you see people do it, please call the police department because that stuff is illegal and we're trying to do our best to combat that. We had a big fly dumping problem last week. Last week we had somebody that took literally a whole house load of furniture and dumped it into an alley in our town. Well, you know, thank God we were able to do a little bit of investigating and we found out who it was. So right now we're going through my detectives are working on it now to see about taking the person into custody and getting charges placed with them. But we need the citizens' help to make sure that we're keeping an eye out on that. And then finally, as you saw, we just got somebody starting now. We've exhausted our eligibility list for police officers. We've gone through all the people that tested 2 years ago. Our list expires in October. We can't wait until October to get another test because we've gone through the entire list. Some people have gotten hired in other police departments. Some people have changed their minds. A lot of things have happened, but we will be testing within probably the next month or so. So we're going through that process, and this is for people who are not certified police officers, and we'll be publicizing that. So just make sure you keep your eyes and ears open. That's all I have, Mr. President.
I want to thank you for having I love Night Out on Crime. It's good we come together at the fire station at the end, but it's also wonderful that they do something right in their community, and then we all get together at the end. So I think it's going to be a wonderful event. Thanks a lot, Chief.
Yes, sir.
Public Works.
Thank you. Our interim Public Works Director is John Albano. I know he's been working all day, and they were working till 6 o'clock, so I'm only assuming that he forgot because he never comes to the meeting that he was supposed to come. However, we've been very busy at Public Works. We had 30 yards that we needed to restore where they did work in those yards, sewer work, any type of work. They're down to 15 now, so we're trying to get all of this taken care of as soon as possible. You probably have noticed that they've started cutting the creeks. They cut this one out here last week, and they're going through the community cutting all the creeks. Before, years past, it was done twice a year, and we need to go back to having it done twice a year so it's not overgrown. We're also cleaning up several of the vacant lots in the village. We talked about the fly dumping, but it goes back to our philosophy that we care in property home ownership and property values. And so we're going through the community, cleaning it up, cleaning up vacant homes where there's trees, bush, overgrown. We're cleaning that up and leaning those properties. Potholes, we are aware that there have been several potholes. So what they've been doing is they've been going through what we call cold patching because we had so many things that needed to be done right away. So what they did was cold patch the potholes, and then they're going to go back within the next 30 days and start then digging up and laying the asphalt down like it should be. But we wanted to make sure that the potholes were filled in. And that if you see any cold patching, that's not permanent. It was just to get us to the point where we can start doing the asphalt, because doing the asphalt with the machine that we have, it takes a minimum 4 guys to do that. And then the last thing I have, if you haven't, I'm sure you've noticed, the front is a much improvement. They are now down on the police side. There are still some things that is going to be done to the front. There will be some different trash cans. There will be a bench out there as well. And then there's some more flowers, but there will be more seasonal flowers out there. So the front is coming together very well.
That's it. Thank you. Special Services.
No report, sir.
Human Resources.
Thank you, Mr. President, Board of Trustees, Madam Manager. The last board meeting that I attended, I talked about the customer service training that was scheduled for the HR department and Inspectional Services Department. We did have that back week before last, actually. It's been a little while. We had 2 separate trainings. And I'd like to think it went well. We had some wonderful takeaways and some great feedback actually from the second half presenter. So that went very well, and we're going to take that advice and move forward. I also shared with you the last time my conference schedule. I did attend the National Society for Human Resources Management Convention, which was in New Orleans. And while I was there, I got a chance to experience Tropical Storm Cindy and a tornado warning. So that was a lot of fun.
Oh, yes, I know all
I know.
about those.
But I was there for 4 days. It was absolutely positively wonderful with respect to the convention, because the convention did proceed. The wonderful thing about SHRM, I've only missed once in the last 10 years, which was last year. I actually went to a local SHRM last year, but I went back to national. And the wonderful thing was they really had some wonderful takeaways, even for, seasoned HR professionals. So it was very impressive. It was huge, the conference center, a lot of sessions. A few times I had to sit on the floor, even though there were thousands of people in a session. But, for a 7 o'clock session, you got to be there at 5 a.m. in order to get a seat. So while it was very tiring, I got my steps in, but it was very wonderful. I actually had the opportunity, because I also have the e-learning library through SHRM, where I have access actually to every single one of those presentations. I even forwarded some here. So I've got 36 presentations that I would absolutely, positively at some point love to share with the board, with the staff, but presentations including Beyond Diversity, the return on investment of inclusive leadership, control conflict, collaborate more, react less, detecting lies and deception with respect to investigations, but it's just a wealth of knowledge. So I'm looking forward to being able to share that with you all. That's all I have.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Fire Department.
Good afternoon, good evening. I would just like to thank Inspectional Services, I believe it was, for taking care of the weeds and the trash between Stonebridge and Carriageway, the buildings over there, which is village property, I think. They cut the trees up to where it's, I don't know, gotta be 3 or 4 feet over my head, so there's a lot of people hanging out there at night, and now that should all be cleared up, so I haven't been getting as many phone calls from people in the neighborhood on Stonebridge about cleaning that area up, so thank you to Elliot and the building department for taking care of that eyesore.
Was that taken care of on Saturday?
They did this week.
Yeah. So you
Did
need to
some
thank the
today.
public works guys too.
Public Works. Anybody who was associated with that, I thank you. And thank the fire department for watching out. Get it in. That's it. Thank you, Chief.
What community business from?
Economic Development. Oh,
I'm sorry.
Community and the business, no economic development. Community and business development.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I would just like to invite everybody to the 4th of July fireworks celebration on Tuesday, July 4th. It's actually on the 4th of July this year at Commissioners Park, starting about 8:45 at dusk. Also, as a reminder again, to save the date for the Hazelnut Festival and Parade, August 4th, 5th, and 6th, featuring the Intruders. And I know I had some young people say, who are the Intruders? And I told them, I said, the song I always love my mom. Oh yeah, I would sing that all the time. So that's the Intruders. And the Delphonics. We're having gospel singing on Sunday and a 3-day carnival. So make sure you save the date for the August 4th, 5th, and 6th Hazelnut Festival and Parade. And the parade is Saturday starting at 12 o'clock, Highlands Elementary School. Thank you, and that ends my report.
No economic development, but I do want to backtrack a little bit. Again, I want to thank the police chief for the 4 college interns who all live in Hazel Crest for working this summer. That's a great program. I also want to thank State Representative Al Riley. He gave us 6 Hazel Crest residents who are college bound, so they're not exactly in college yet. They're pretty tall guys and ladies.
Basketball.
But they're working with us this summer. He has started a grant program through his office, and and he called us and said he had more money in that program, and he had 6 Hazel Crest residents who were going to college that he was sponsoring. He gave them to Hazel Crest. So they did a lot of the work out front that you see here. They also work in HR. They working with the community development, and so it's great to have those young folks here, and they're being paid, and it's coming really from State Representative L. Riley. So I want to thank the state representative for his assistance in that program. Also, yeah, give him a round of applause. Also, this week we started our President's Bridge program. We're going to possibly have about 20 youth who are 7th, 8th, and going into 9th grade. They will. 3 days a week, they will be getting math, science, reading, conflict resolution, and then on Thursdays, they will be going on trips. And on Friday, they'll be working in our TV department. And so they'll be learning about broadcasting, how to develop a program, and hopefully at the end of the summer, they'll be able to present a program that they produced. And that's the goal. Next week, they're going to Google. They have some other trips planned, so it's great to have not only college students, high school students, and 7th and 8th graders actually in this village here working. The summer program we run, the Richmond program, was unique is that these 7th, 8th, and going to high school students get $50 every 2 weeks for educational programs, so they're getting paid to actually to be educated and to go on trips. So it's more than just a summer youth program. It's actually a program that puts some dollars in their pocket. And so it's a program we've ran now for 4 years. And so I'm very proud of this program. I think it has helped students come from summer, because the biggest problem with some of our students, and we don't take the smartest students, we take the middle students, the C students, the D students. But what we found over the last 4 years that these students, when they go back to school, they are better in their classwork. They've become A and B students. And so having year-round school just about has helped these kids take a step up. Also, we do have the tumbling program, Tumbling for Success program. At the last meeting, I said we only had 3 kids. I went to the next one and we had 25 kids. So that program is geared to actually get kids interested in tumbling, give them some activities to do. We are hopefully from this program to build a tumbling program for some ambassadors for the village of Hazel Crest. They can go around to other communities, promote our community, promote positive image for our youth. And so these kids can actually be a positive force for their peers. And so that's kind of the things that we're doing this summer. It's a very active summer, and we're really excited about what we're doing in the village of Hazel Crest and continue to be Hazel Crest proud. At this point, I want to open up the floor for public participation for items on the agenda.
I move that we open up public participation for items on the agenda only.
I second it.
So moved by Trustee Ramsey, second by Trustee Reyes, to open the floor for public participation for items on the agenda. All in favor?
Aye.
The floor is open. There's something on the agenda that you want to discuss or ask a question about. This is time for the public to come forward and do that. Okay.
Move to close public participation for items on the agenda.
Second.
Been moved by Trustee Ramsey, second by Trustee Grant, to close public participation for items on the agenda. All those in favor?
Aye.
We're closed. Okay, Trustee Sandra Slayton.
I move to approve the regular meeting minutes of June 13th, 2017, and the special meeting minutes of June 20th, 2017.
Second.
It's been moved by Trustee Slayton, second by Trustee Grant, to approve the regular meeting minutes of June 13, 2017, and the special meeting minutes of June 20th, 2017. Any discussion on this item? If not, roll call, please.
Trustee Grant.
Yes.
Trustee Moore.
Yes.
Trustee Ramsey.
Yes.
Trustee Reyes.
Yes.
Trustee Rogers.
Yes.
And Trustee Slayton.
Yes.
Motion carries. Trustee Grant.
Thank you, President Osbury. I move to approve accounts payable number 18-04 dated June 27, 2017 in the amount of $323,605.86.
Second.
It's been moved by Trustee Grant, second by Trustee Slayton, to approve accounts payable number 18-04 dated June 27, 2017 in the amount of $323,605.86. Any discussion on this item? Roll call, please.
Trustee Grant.
Yes.
Trustee Moore.
Yes.
Trustee Ramsey.
Yes.
Trustee Reyes.
Yes.
Trustee Rogers.
Yes.
Trustee Slayton.
Yes.
Motion carries. Trustee Rogers.
Motion to adopt a liquor license creating a bring your own bottle BYOB establishment.
A second.
Been moved by Trustee Rogers, second by Trustee Moore, to adopt a liquor license creating a bring your own bottle BYOB establishment. Madam Manager, get some detail on this.
Okay, this is the ordinance that we have for the business that is coming to Hazel Crest. And what the last thing we needed to do was to look at a fee. And the fees in the Southland region went from $300 to $1,800. The $1,800 was more than what we charge for a liquor license. But however, what we did find that we charged $850 for several of our licenses. So we came up with a fee of $850. So it stays in that it's consistent. We also changed in there wherein it says that they can pay half at one point and half at another point, but your payment for your licenses should all be paid by May 1st. So we started with this one and said that the annual fee, the license should be $850 and it's due on May 1st of each year. However, the first year will be prorated depending on when you ask for the license. So if you ask for the license in December, we're not going to charge you $850. And the number of licenses for this is only one.
Do we have restrictions on the other licenses as well?
You mean how many there are?
Yeah. How many were allowed?
Yeah, you changed it, yes.
You can change it. Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you.
Also, this facility is a, describe this facility again, let's say.
Well, I know them, it's where you could go and paint, and what you do, they call them, some of them are called bottle bodegas, where people go in and then they can sit there and they paint a design, and they can bring food, and then they can bring alcohol in, and it's beer and wine only, and then everything has to be consumed on the property, and it's for so many hours.
There's a minor typo. This can be fixed in item D. It's in the last line.
We're in item C. You talking about item D?
Okay.
Item D in this ordinance. There's just needs to be the word.
Ordinance itself. Okay. I can't see on this. My screen's blocked.
Right. The word or. It's it's an easy fix, but just call to your attention.
Okay. Great.
Thank you.
Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Trustee Grant.
Yes.
Trustee Moore.
Yes.
Trustee Ramsey.
Yes.
Trustee Reyes.
Yes.
Trustee Rogers.
Yes.
Trustee Slayton.
Yes.
Motion carries. Trustee Ramsey.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Motion to approve the ordinance amending Chapter 17 of the Hazel Crest Village Code by adding Article 7 relating to the minimum wage opt-out and sick leave laws.
Second.
Been moved by Trustee Ramsey, second by Trustee Reyes, to approve an ordinance amending Chapter 17 of the Hazel Crest Village Code by adding a new Article 7 related to the minimum wage opt-out and sick leave laws. Any discussion on this item? Just to bring this full circle, this relates to the Cook County's minimum wage law. The minimum wage law, the villages who do not support it have to opt out before the July the 1st. We're opting out for a number of reasons. Number one reason is that if Cook County, if this law passes, that means that Village of Hazel Crest can have a minimum wage law, and then Cook County, Country Club Hills, could opt out, and so they wouldn't have to pay the minimum wage. So the county idea behind trying to create a minimum wage law is flawed in that manner. Number two, the state attorney feels that the law is not legal. They don't feel that Cook County has authority to tell cities and villages that they have to pay minimum wage. And so she's going to challenge that in court. And number three, we think the state of Illinois is in a process. They are going to pass a minimum wage law. And so we would rather wait for the state to make their decision on what the minimum wage law will be to keep down confusion. Any other discussion on this item?
Well, I don't think they're telling us that we have to implement this law. Cook
Yes.
County is not telling us that we have to implement.
Yes.
We either have to opt out.
Yes.
Or, okay.
Yeah, that's
so
what I'm saying, we opting out.
We have the
If
option.
you don't opt out, you have to
Okay,
do it.
yeah.
But you have to opt out if you're not.
Oh, I see, okay.
So you have to pass an opt-out clause before July the 1st. So many communities have, majority have opt-out because of what I explained earlier.
Yeah, and a lot of inconsistencies.
Yes, it'd be total confusion. Okay? Roll call, please.
Trustee Grant.
Yes.
Trustee Moore.
Yes.
Trustee Ramsey.
Yes.
Trustee Reyes.
Yes.
Trustee Rogers.
Yes.
Trustee Slayton.
Yes.
Motion carries. Trustee Reyes.
I motion to authorize the Illinois Toll Authority to close the bridge owned by the Illinois Tollway at 170th Street.
Second.
Moved by Trustee Reyes, second by Trustee Ramsey, to authorize the Illinois Tollway Authority to close the bridge owned by the Illinois Tollway at 170th Street. Any discussion on this item? Madam Manager, explain what bridge this is so people don't think we're trying to cut it off outside
The
of town.
bridge that they're talking about is currently behind our Public Works facility. No cars go back there. It's a small, it actually looks like a street, and you wouldn't know that it was a bridge unless you just happen to look over. I would say that the majority of the community does not even know where it is. And the Illinois Tollway Authority has no use for it anymore, and it really doesn't go anywhere. It actually stops at one point. And so again, it's right behind our Public Works facility, and you can get to the, what is it, the,
Rec Center?
yeah, but you are cut across all their grass.
Any discussion on this item?
I just wonder, in the future, would we use that property for anything if it was given to us?
What,
The road,
bridge?
yeah.
It's
The
not
road.
really a road,
Oh,
no.
okay.
I mean, it goes and then it stops. It doesn't go anywhere.
But
That's the
annexing
village-
it
yeah, the other
to
part
us,
that's the
would
village
that
part district
help us in
plan?
any
Yeah,
way?
no,
No.
it won't.
Okay, all right.
It's kind of strange. We didn't know it was a bridge. We walked back there, we were looking for the bridge. But yeah, four little poles on it. So, oh, yeah, that's a bridge. You would never know it was a bridge. Roll call, please.
Trustee Grant.
Yes.
Trustee Moore.
Yes.
Trustee Ramsey.
Yes.
Trustee Reyes.
Yes.
Trustee Rogers.
Yes.
Trustee Slayton.
Yes.
Motion carries. Can I get a motion to open the floor for public participation?
I move that we open the floor for public participation.
Second.
Been moved by Trustee Slayton, second by Trustee Grant, to open the floor for public participation. Okay, it's a hard time saying that word. All's in favor?
Aye.
Floor is open for anyone that wants to come to speak about anything in the village. All right, can I get a motion to close public participation?
Move to close public participation.
Second.
Been moved by Trustee Ramsey, second by Trustee Slayton, to close public participation. All's in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. I want to thank everyone for coming out this evening. As you see, we're doing a lot of things in the village of Hazel Crest. I want to thank all the citizens for the support and the support of the board and the department heads, along with the village manager. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
I move to adjourn the regular board meeting at 7:45.
Second.
That's where everybody's at. It's been moved by Trustee Grant, second by Trustee Rogers, to close the village board meeting at 7:45. All's in favor? Aye. We're closed.